let's make some banana pudding. All right, guys, so for this, you're gonna need a pan of your choice, glass or tinfoil. You're gonna need some Cool Whip, Philadelphia cream cheese or the brand of your choice, sweetened condensed milk. You're gonna need some type of milk. I use 2%. You can use whole milk if you choose to, or skim milk. You're gonna need bananas, of course. You're also gonna need some French vanilla jello. Do not mistake it for vanilla. You need French vanilla. And you're gonna need 2 bags of the Chessman cookies, or your cookies of choice. You can use vanilla wafers if you want to, but let's get started. All right, so we are going to start with our empty pan. Like I said, I'm using the Chessman cookies, and we're going to fill the bottom of this pan with the cookies. It's okay if some of them are broken, because let's face it, when you eat, you're not going to eat them whole. So just throw them in there, making sure that everything is aligned completely. Alright, so y'all can see that I have the whole pan filled with our Chessman cookies. On the side, I went ahead and split it in half to try to keep it covered, as well as this side. So just fill the pan how you want to. But I use majority of the pack. The only amount that I have left is right here. So we're going to get started on our next process of our banana pudding. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and cut up our bananas for the banana pudding. I'm only using 3 bananas because in my household, some people like bananas and then there's others that don't. But the pudding is still good either way. So let's go ahead and get started on slicing up the bananas. Personally, I don't like big slices. But you slice them to the consistency that you want them. I'm going to tell you that in every video. Slice it to how you want it, because you're the person that has to eat it. So let's go. Alright, so all of our bananas are cut up, and we are going to go ahead and just add them to our pan. That's our first layer, which we're only going to make 1 layer, but you feel free to make it how you want to make it. A lot of people make it with several layers, but like I said, I'm only doing half of the pan with bananas, and the other half will not have any bananas, because half of my house like bananas and half of my house doesn't. So we're just going to go ahead and start layering this, and I will show you once I am complete with layering at least half of this pan. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have filled up a little bit over half of the pan with bananas. The other half has no bananas. It's still good with or without bananas, just FYI. But make sure your bananas are ripe, because you want it to be sweet. And we're going to get started on our filling. And guess what, guys? We are more than halfway done with this recipe. That's how easy this recipe is. Let's go. Okay, so now we're going to start working on our filling. We're going to mix our ingredients separately. So for the first part, we're going to take 2 cups of milk and just place it in a bowl. This is 1 cup, and then this is 2 cups. And then aside from that, we're also going to take our French vanilla pudding mix, and we're going to pour. We have 2 boxes because you really need 5 ounces, but they don't sell the French vanilla in the bigger box. If you find it, consider yourself lucky. So what we're going to do is just take 1 of the small boxes, and we're going to put the package into the milk. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good and sweet. Ooh, wee. It's gonna be so good. My family is gonna love it. Alright, so that's 1 full bag. I'm gonna take the second bag, and we're gonna do majority of this bag. We're just not gonna use all of it, but we're gonna use majority of it. So we're gonna leave about 2 tablespoons behind because you want 5 ounces, and it'll make 6 if you don't leave some behind. That's all. So now what I'm gonna do is take my hand mixer and I'm gonna mix this up. So let's get it started. Alright, so now that we have our milk and pudding mixture all combined, let me let y'all see. There you go. We are going to work on our other mixture. So right now I have some cream cheese. I let it soften just a little. It's not softened all the way, which is fine. It'll still work. I'm just opening it up now, and we're gonna place that into the bowl once I get it open. Alright, and then what we're gonna do is take our sweetened condensed milk. We're gonna open that up. This recipe is very sweet, guys. If you don't like a sweet recipe, you might wanna stick to either sugar-free or go with another recipe, but this recipe is good. So I'm just pouring the condensed milk over the cream cheese. Like this. I always think it's so fun watching things come from the can. Alright. Next, we're going to take about 3/4 of our Cool Whip and put that in there. But first, we want to combine the condensed milk and cream cheese with our blender. So let's get that started. Alright, so we have the cream cheese and the condensed milk combined. You want as many lumps as possible. Of course, it's impossible to get all lumps out, but you want as many lumps out as possible. So next, what we're gonna do is take our Cool Whip. This is a 1 pound container, 16 ounces. You only need 12 ounces. So we're going to take majority of this out, but not all. So we're just gonna take it out. There we go. Alright, so this is how much I have left into the container. I'm going to set that to the side. And now what I'm going to do is not use the blender. I'm just going to use my spatula. And we're just going to mix the cream cheese mixture. Remember, whipped cream, all that is heavy cream whipped. Heavy whipping cream whipped. So you don't want to whip it more with the blender. You just want to kind of stir it in to make sure that it's mixed completely. It gives a light and fluffy texture. So I'm going to finish stirring and then I'll be back with you. Now that we have all of our whipped cream mixture well blended, we're going to take that pudding mixture with the milk in the pudding and we're going to just fold that in. So I'm just going to take, and you see it hardened because it was already cold. So we're just going to take a little bit and we're just going to stir it until it gets well blended. Just do a little bit at a time. There's no rush. This is what makes everything taste sweet and good. as you can see, we did not use any banana pudding. The only thing that is banana in this recipe are the bananas. This is not your mother's normal banana pudding recipe. So this just gives a twist on it. As I said, there's a lot of people out here that don't necessarily like banana or banana flavoring. So this gives a twist of banana pudding without having to really have banana flavoring or a lot of bananas in it. Me personally, I'm allergic to bananas, so I do make a lot of this without bananas, but it's so good and you don't want to be robbed of that experience. So this recipe is for you. So as you can see, it's kind of turning a little yellowish color, and that's just because we put that French vanilla pudding in there. And I'm just incorporating everything, and this took about 10 minutes to make, and then everything else is just going to go in the refrigerator. So let's get started on building our banana pudding tray. Okay, so we have our banana mixture that we have already made previously, and we have our pudding mixture right here. I'm going to layer that right here. Now this is the time when you choose if you're going to make layers or you're going to make a layer. So what you do is just scoop out our mixture. At this time, if you're going to do layers, do not put a lot of mixture on there because you still want to give this dish some type of consistency and texture. But if you are choosing to just make one layer like myself, then just go ahead and follow me. So I'm just spreading it around and make sure everything is nice and coated. Alright, so I have my mixture coated on top. This is where you want to go ahead and take the remainder of your Chessman cookies or whatever type of cookies you have chosen to use. You want to take that and you just want to layer it like so. So if you were actually doing several layers into this recipe, you want to do a thin layer and you're just going to put cookies on top of that thin layer, and then you're going to go ahead and just layer it again with some bananas, and you're going to do the process all over again. Everything is layered, everything is good to go. Guys, the recipe is done. I hope this was quick and easy. I aim to do quick and easy recipes for everyone. I hope this is good. If you run by this before Thanksgiving, please try this for your family and tell me how you like it. Like I said before, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And bon appetit. Let's get into it.